The NYU School of Professional Studies Global Executive Certificate is a new, non-credit macro-credential that is tailored to the specific needs of junior to mid-level executives in Japanese industry. The framework of the executive certificate includes a prescriptive four-course sequence with one foundational course taken at the beginning. Each course has both online and face-to-face components over a 10-week period. Thank you for joining us to create deep and meaningful learning experiences for our students worldwide. I am Dr. Karen Miner-Romanoff, the Assistant Dean for Academic Excellence, and I have the privilege of leading our Center for Academic Excellence and Support, or CASE. We at CASE facilitate research-based learning opportunities for all of our students, regardless of the location or the modality. Our team of teaching and learning scientists, multimedia specialists, and educational technologists are here to support and partner with you. We have created multiple guiding resources to assure that your industry expertise is transformed into pedagogically sound and engaging student-centered classrooms. You have embarked on an experiential problem-based journey, or EPBL. We have developed this particular educational model to meet today's industry needs. Our students will apply what they have learned immediately to their professions. The model is based upon authentic, real-world scenarios that encourage students to solve complex problems with valid information in teams and present their solutions for immediate feedback from their peers and from you, their faculty. Your role is to operationalize the curriculum, interject your local experiences and expertise, and facilitate deep learning through the model designed by our team and local experts. We have developed this orientation and workshop to explain and demonstrate this new brand of teaching and learning so that you feel comfortable and can engage and inspire your students. CASE will also partner with you during your first course to provide support and guidance throughout the semester. A little bit more about the model. You are looking at a concept map that is divided into 3 parts. The top section outlines the general model. The middle is for our students, and the bottom is specifically designed for our instructors. But one section cannot stand alone. All are necessary. Within a course, experiential learning is about creating assignments and activities based on real-life situations that engage students in data-driven problem solving with no predetermined right answers. The crux of the learning occurs during the reflective process, where students assess their decisions in light of consequences, mistakes, and successes. These relevant experiences all complement our course learning outcomes. These outlined activities allow students to seek answers to questions, make decisions, take risks, think on their feet, and justify their answers. These types of activities enhance student learning as students develop and build upon knowledge, skills, and values associated with thinking like an expert within your field. Your first week will start modestly, so everyone can enjoy this activity while deepening their understanding of the model. Students will be working on an introductory module problem during this first class. While still related to the course level problem and the content of the first module, this problem will be relatively small for you and the students to gain experience with the complete problem-based learning cycle. Remember, the process and the results most likely will not be as predictable as you or your students are used to experiencing. And it is key for you to have frequent communications and provide motivational, specific, and actionable feedback to your students every week to reassure yourself and the students. We have purposely included multiple places for student reflections of their learning. In this way, both you and the students are assessing their progress and the performance often. This deepens learning and helps students to transfer their previous learning to new context, master new concepts, principles, and skills, and be able to articulate how they developed this mastery. What is considered experiential contains all the following elements: reflection, critical analysis and synthesis, opportunities for students to take the initiative and make decisions and be accountable for the results, It provides opportunities for students to engage intellectually, creatively, emotionally, or socially. And it increases student motivation to learn. Importantly, to solve problems and complete tasks in unfamiliar situations in real-world contexts, the students need to figure out what they know, what they don't know, and how to learn it. This design specifically supports that process. Experiential learning gives students the opportunity to practice and develop attitudes such as resilience, tenacity, curiosity, and self-direction. EPBL is a learning environment where a problem is posed first, before the students have learned the knowledge. EPBL is like research. We have a conundrum to resolve. What do we have to learn or do to resolve it? EPBL helps students create knowledge structures that will prompt rapid recall and future practice. This memory pattern is different from those generated when the subject knowledge is structured around typical textbooks. Students identify learning issues and create learning goals, divide the work to members of the team and teach others, and they elaborate and self-assess how well the learning has progressed. In this way, students are empowered and they're accountable. Small group EPBL uses an active, cooperative learning environment. Research in learning suggests that learning improves if students are active, work cooperatively in teams, have clear time on task, receive prompt feedback, and in an environment that expects success. The salient features described in our applied EPBL graphic include driven by experiential problem-based learning pedagogy. In this course, learners are given a complex, ill-structured, real-world problem to solve. Specifically, during the first 9 weeks of the course, the learners develop viable solutions on various aspects of sub-problems individually and in groups, integrating knowledge and skills learned from each module and bringing in their own learning experiences. Then there will be an opportunity for the student groups to present their solutions and receive feedback from the peers and their instructor for each module. In the last week of course, the student groups present their final solutions to the overall problem and, again, receive feedback from peers and you, the instructor. Technology enhanced. NYU classes, the university's learning management system, and a variety of innovative learning technologies will be used to support the students' learning. For example, students will be able to access course materials, participate in group discussions outside of their class meetings, and do individual reflections in NYU classes. They will also build a digital portfolio showcasing their learning from the courses and from the program using Google Sites. Instructors as facilitators. In their certificate courses, you, the instructor, serve the role of content experts and facilitators. Your face-to-face presentations should be about 20 minutes, followed by robust class discussions, guiding students as they work on the course and weekly problems in their teams, facilitating student group presentations and peer feedback, and sharing your own insights to deepen the students' learning. Blended learning approach. Each course will be conducted through a combination of in-person and online meetings, with week 10 dedicated to student group presenting their solutions to the course level problem. The student workload is expected to be about 3 to 4 hours each week. Student deliverables. Upon completion of each course, students will add individual problem solutions, individual reflections, and group-based problem solutions to their individual e-portfolios. Final assessments for each course will include a solution-based group presentation and an executive memo. The Global Certificate Assessment philosophies will further enhance learning through 3 core approaches. Number 1, self-reflection. Number 2, timely and motivational feedback provided by you. And number 3, peer-to-peer engagement. Providing students with the motivational incentives for higher stakes assessments while offering multiple lower stakes that serve to deepen learning. Combined, the assessment measures often offer industry validation for the program's rigor while integrating experiential problem-based best practices that have been proven to increase learning in the short and long term. Key assessment principles include a student voice. Students will be provided the opportunity to assess their own learning based on their individual learning goals. Multiple sources of feedback. Students will receive feedback from their peers and from you, their instructor. Motivation. Grades, instead of pass-fail, will be used in the assessments to drive student motivation and ensure rigor and quality of student learning experience. Supported with rubrics. Assessment will be guided with specific rubrics, which also provide students with learning pathways. It is important for the faculty to understand the broad program strategy and not just your individual course. The program level problem will tie the 4 program courses together. Stemming from the program level problem will be 5 course level problems. Students will engage with the course level problems through the development of 5 problems stretched over the first 9 weeks of the individual courses. All content developed for each course must guide and prepare students with the necessary information to produce a viable solution to each of the problems at all 3 levels. The development of the ill-structured problems is key to enable the EPBL framework. Your problems have been designed according to best practices and include the following criteria. They require more information for understanding than the problem initially includes. They contain multiple solution paths. Change as new information is obtained. Prevent students from knowing that they have made the right decision. They generate interest and controversy and cause the learner to ask questions. They are open-ended and complex enough to require collaboration and thinking beyond mere recall. They contain content that is authentic to the discipline. There is more to come, but it is our hope that this short video has helped develop your general understanding of EPBL and your important role. Thank you for joining us in offering this innovative and industry-based new educational credential.